Oh, ever since Thursday, I've had a fever between 101 and 104. I've been bedridden, incredibly sick. Today is Monday. I was supposed to be driving up to St. Louis, Missouri. I'm way too sick to drive to St. Louis, Missouri. And it breaks my heart because I really wish to be there to support Angela and help try and get her life back. Because Angela's case is the same case as Percy Schneider versus Monsanto, where Monsanto went into his town and had a bunch of press releases about how Percy stole their seeds, and his entire community turned their backs on him and ridiculed him. That was about 20 years ago. Today, Percy Schneider is looked at as a hero in the non-GMO community and among farmers all around the world. You see, Angela Steiner had media attention, and when she got arrested on made-up charges, everybody walked away from her. Nobody supported her anymore. Which is why I really wish to be there. To help her. Because it breaks my heart watching Americans give up their God-given rights. Watch Americans not stand up for their God-given rights. It breaks my heart to watch courthouses allow rapists, child rapists, murderers, and people who are an accessory after the fact walk free from prosecution while persecuting people who just had a plant that the Creator created for their use and enjoyment. I know the ideas that I talk about seem incredibly radical. Some people would even call them extreme. But is it more extreme than a government where a civil judicial officer rips B-Love away from her mom and forces her to go with someone she accused of molesting her, whose father has been convicted of child molestation? Is it more radical than that very same government and the media that dances to its tune, calling for the military to take over all child care? Is it more radical than asking family and friends to rat on each other to the government, like Nazi Germany. Because if it's more radical than all of those things, then I would suggest you don't listen to me. But if it's not more radical than those things, here's the simple answer. It's all about judicial accountability. If people start holding the judiciary accountable for the crimes they commit, then the judiciary wouldn't let police officers get away with committing crime. The judiciary wouldn't allow politicians to get away with committing crimes. The judiciary wouldn't allow corporations to get away with committing crimes. I've already shown everybody on this channel how to hold them accountable. And nothing would make me happier. Nothing would make me feel better. Whether succeed or fail. But just seeing people try. Because all I see are sick people everywhere. I'm not talking about a pandemic. I'm talking about sick like letting child rapers go. I'm talking about sick like knowing the U.S. government was found guilty in a civil case for being an accessory to Martin Luther King's murder, and nobody follows up on it. I'm talking about COINTELPRO and how it ruined thousands, if not millions of lives perpetrated by the FBI completely illegally. And now they want you to willingly turn in your family and friends. The sickness was killing me. I'm talking about the sickness of people watching the judicial office of Mr. Burton up in St. Louis, Missouri, talk about writing to the Bar Association to smooth things over. And now everything's smoothed over. And people are just okay with that. Angela, sorry I couldn't make it. I tried my best. One world love indeed. Okay, will you send that to me?
Yeah, and we're calling on those that are in St. Louis and around
I think we'll get the message.
to come and support her and to be with her, to stand by her side, to not let her go in there alone, to walk in there with her, to be with her. And when we talk about government, you're talking about people, men and women who are carrying out orders, who are saying, well, I know this is wrong, but I can't lose my job. So for the sake of getting money, they're refusing to stand up for what's right. for other people when they see the wrongs that are being occurred. It's beyond my ability to really grasp how they could do such a thing. You know, and when you talk about the government, it's men and women, no different like in Nazi Germany when they saw things starting to deteriorate, people's rights being taken away from them, people ratting on one another. You know, a friend of mine always said, how do you kill a frog? You put him in cold water and you start boiling it slowly. And that's what's happening here, is that we're all being boiled alive slowly and slowly and slowly as our rights are being taken from us. Our God-given rights, not only for ourselves, but for others. And that men and women in different offices, state, federal, local, are carrying out these orders for money. As they keep denying people due process of law and their rights. So they're assisting the wrongdoers, assisting them, because those higher up can't do it all. They need underlings to carry out their orders, underlings to do things like close down the sheriff's department, shut down the magistrate's office and tell you to go elsewhere. When policies are put in place by judges because they don't want to face the consequences of their unlawful behavior. This has got to stop. And it has to stop before everybody starts being exposed and they themselves are having the injustice or being arrested or their family, their kids are being taken away. Why is it that people get involved when it affects them only? Most people. When it affects them personally. You know, we are our brother's keeper. John, I really hope and pray a lot of people show up for Angela and be by her side and give her the support that she needs and the encouragement and hold her hands up. I wish we could be there. I just want to believe that there are going to be people there standing with her. And just because their daughter hasn't been taken or their son taken from them, it doesn't mean it's not going to happen. We need Delilah to come home and be with her mama. We need Mimi to have her daughter back. You know, John, it's really heartbreaking, you know, to hear these guys that their children have been taken from them. They haven't seen their kids in 5, 10, 15 years. It's just heartbreaking. If you're not doing anything to help, then you're participating in helping the wrongdoer.